Hello, and welcome to my channel, Inviting Possibilities Tarot. My name's Rochelle, and I am doing a reading for Earth signs, Taurus, Virgo, and Capricorn in all placements. It is timeless and general, so take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Oh, got to get some prosperity dust on the table. Yeah, I'm just going to pull some cards and see what comes up. What's going on for Earth signs? Which, technically speaking, everybody has Earth in their chart. We all have everything. But you may have some prominent placements in your chart. But ultimately, this can still be for anyone. Apply it as it fits, of course. And there's Lioness Kitty Cat. Good morning, beautiful. Thanks for being here. I'm picking some angel cards. We start with power. My voice is going out. That's interesting. Power. Learning to use your voice to stand in your power. Enthusiasm. Waving the little flag. Feeling enthusiastic. Maybe there are people around you who are very enthusiastic about you standing in your power. Maybe this power is like, it's interesting. This angel is wearing a crown and is holding a cross and a scepter. I've got some religious tones to this. It could be that part of you stepping into your power has to do with guiding, mentoring in a spiritual way. Maybe it's recognizing where you give your power away to others who you believe have more knowledge or wisdom in some way. Or maybe there's legitimately someone who has something for you to help guide you. A mentor. Whatever this is, I mean, this enthusiasm is like, there's a lot of like, yes, going for it. Feeling excited, feeling good. So, yes. I always do element signs in between my series. So, okay, so yeah, this is what I'm doing. I'm going with Wisdom of the Oracle. Flexible, number 19. Orphaned, number 5. Time for a nap, 24. Learning, let's see, this is about learning to be adaptable after some kind of painful situation that left you feeling abandoned, alone, left out in the cold. It's funny, I say left out in the cold, but this woman in the image is dressed as a snow person with that carrot nose and is like melting kind of. Ultimately, this speaks to a loss of power. Typically, when we go through any kind of grief, sadness, loss, pain, that kind of thing, we we feel we can often feel powerless in some way. And so there's kind of a reset here. Time for a nap. It's like oftentimes sleep. Sleep is the best way to reset things, to feel better, to rejuvenate ourselves, to bring back the enthusiasm. Sometimes it requires a lot of sleep, especially when we've gone through something that has essentially taken the wind out of our sails. Um, but you're adapting. You're kind of recognizing that this is something that is going to get you through or has done. This can have already happened because everyone's on a different timeline. Um, let's see. So let me go with, yeah, let's go with Heart's Hidden Secrets. Yeah, I really like doing the element readings in between my series because it helps me to, sometimes I don't know what my next series is going to be. And it buys me a little bit of time. And also, the way I do the element readings is different than the way I do typically the series readings. So it's yeah, it's like a little bit of extra fun for me because oftentimes the series readings are can be difficult in various ways, and these are a little bit more like easy, an easier flow. All right, so Heart's Hidden Secrets. We've got trapped, stuck, tied down, and captive. Broken, shattered, heartbroken, and destroyed. Okay. Distance, separation, space, and blockage. Captive to a broken heart because of some kind of separation. That's ultimately what it feels like. You know, typically with orphaned, there is a loss of people, a person in particular. You don't have your community, you don't have your support, your physical, personal support system. Okay. I don't need to go more into that. And it could be the kind of thing where if you're still going through this, you might be feeling some kind of like still feeling trapped within the emotions, within the grief, the loss, feeling destroyed. And that really it can bring a feeling of hopelessness. There's a blockage here. That's why it's so important to take a nap. Sleep is really really important here. So I'm going with Osho Zen Tarot. We've got the Master, which I finally looked up, and this is special to this deck. Um, the yeah, it doesn't correlate to another card in other tarot decks. So this is, yeah, this Master kind of aligns with this power. Um, a guru, like I said, a mentor sometime of some kind. We've got comparison, 5 of Clouds. Flowering, which is Queen of Rainbows. Queen of Pentacles and other decks. I like that. Yeah, see, I feel like you might be working with somebody else here. You might have, gotten yourself a counselor, mentor, somebody who you've considered to be wise. But also, this is stepping into your own power. It's recognizing maybe how you have given your power away in a previous situation, or maybe in general. And, what came to me is master of comparison. When you master when you master something, you become an expert at it, right? And this comparison card always speaks to me of recognizing that it's like comparing apples and oranges. Maybe we all have a preference to one or the other, but you technically can't compare them. They are different, and fundamentally different. They both have, like, okay, so we're talking about bamboo and trees. They both have their strong qualities. They both have their weaknesses, depending on what you know like maybe what we're using them for, what they are naturally able to do, able to withstand, whatever. Um, and so this is like kind of mastering some kind of need to compare yourself to, in thinking that you're less than, but you're just as much as. Um, and I think this kind of ties in with this orphaned card because when we are experiencing loss, when we are experiencing potential rejection in some way, um, abandonment, there is a natural, for many, there's a natural kind of how do I say it? We tend to compare ourselves, to think that something is wrong with us, but in fact that's not true at all. It's ultimately things happen for us. I know people hate to hear this sometimes, but it's like, it's not that things are happening to us and we're a victim. It's happening for us so we can learn how to be resilient and strong, rise up after we get knocked down. And in this case, that's what's happening here, is you're recognizing how you are strong with whatever you bring to the table. And so there's this beautiful balancing, opening up, flowering. Um, and if you see here, she's got, like, on one side, she's got dark hair, on the other side, she's got lighter hair. Her lower half is green, which is the color of the heart chakra. Sitting on the lotus flower. It's like being very, it's a very earthy energy. And my camera's being so weird. Just make sure. All right. um yeah, it's a very earthy, nurturing energy, very balanced. And she's got the holy donut around her. um there's a feeling of protection. This is power. This is power in its true, um gosh, words. It's not power over anybody but yourself. It's being very confident and grounded and comfortable. Being comfortable, like, in the realm of emotions, but not overwhelmed by them, because the lotus, grows in the water, but isn't, and she's sitting on it. She's not in the water. So anyway, there's this kind of, I feel like this ties to this enthusiasm where you're starting to feel You're starting to feel good again because of mastering some kind of faulty thinking about a painful situation ultimately. Okay. So, ooh, the elemental oracle just winked at me. We've got South and Adventure, number 2. The equator to make equal, number 5, which is same as orphaned. So there's some shadow work here. I often see this one as kind of the shadow side, the light side, the yin yang. And the shadow side is pointing. There's a kind of a holographic orb over her hand. And then it's like, she's pointing in a certain direction. She knows the way out of this, out of this. But involves it involves needing to see things in a new way, because the light side is looking down, isn't paying attention, is like, I don't know about this. But the shadow side is like, yeah, this is the way out. This portal is what leads you to a whole new world. You just have to be willing to look at at the possibility of rebuilding, or looking at things in a new way. And then, oh, I put those back. Hang on, there's one more. um Oceans and Bravery, 30. Yeah. Yeah, this speaks to this adventure. Going south to the great unknown. Um yeah, y- it's a child. There is this childlike quality here that you are stepping into, that in a sense, this is a little like the Fool card, where it's all about taking a leap of faith. It's all about just going and not thinking too hard about where you're going, how you're gonna, you know, get where you're going. You're just kind of like, yeah, I'm just having some fun here. I'm just working on keeping my balance. Yeah, we've got this balance energy here. And it's an explorative energy. That's a part of the adventure. It's like, okay, well, I got my umbrella. I got my red umbrella. I'm ready to go into a new realm, to explore somewhere new, a new earth. Maybe that book, Eckhart Tolle, wrote a book called New Earth. Maybe that's something to read. But ultimately, this childlike energy, this youthful energy, is a part of this enthusiasm. It's like, all right, I'm being led, even though there's a part of me that kind of resists it, doesn't want to look. I'm over, because it's afraid, right? I don't want to look. I'm afraid. I'm afraid of the unknown. Well, that's what we humans do. We we want to stay in our comfort zone, in a place where we feel like we know what's going to happen next, even if it's not even that great. And this is like, all right, I see the potential here. Here's this holographic world. Now I'm going to go and explore enthusiastically, but only after taking an epic nap, or maybe allowing yourself to take epic naps every so often. They don't even have to be epic naps. They can be power naps. They can be, quick 15, 20-minute naps. I mean, depending on the kid. Some kids take epic naps, some, are like they have little resets and then they're ready to go again. But this is all about you reclaiming your power ultimately, which is amazing. Let me go with the guides of the hidden realms. Yeah, frozen for a time. Non-action, slow down, not yet. This showed up in the collective reading I did yesterday, the weekly. Number 16. See, this non-action, this not yet is because you are actively working on recovering, getting your power back. You're adapting to a new way of thinking, even separating yourself from, because I'm noticing, with the separation here in this distance, you're distancing yourself from a certain way of thinking, from some kind of grief ultimately. And that process takes time. It takes time for flowering to occur. It's like you're in the season of winter, and at some point spring comes, and then you can put on your little sundress or sun pants, and go out barefoot and explore and not fear, being frozen, being cold. But for now, yeah, there's, it's gathering what you need. No, no, it's getting rid of what's holding you back. It's purging so that you can go move forward on this new adventure unencumbered. The river dances to the sea. Flow state, trusting in the adventure, trusting in the adventure. Flow state. And then the green here is drawing me to this queen. By the way, there's no gender in tarot. This is all just energy. But I'm also drawn to this bamboo. Bamboo, even though it seems like it might be less powerful, less strong than a tree, it actually is quite, it's very strong. The way that it grows, it grows very again, I can't think of the word, but it's like it grows very quickly, and it like grows underneath, and so the shoots come up from one central area under the ground. It's kind of like blackberry bushes or poison oak, but bamboo is, and it's very versatile. It can be turned into all the same things as trees. And in fact, it's more sustainable in some ways. And so there's something about, yeah, it's recognizing how that's a part of the adaptability, the flexibility. Bamboo is very flexible also. You are the bamboo. Um, you are yeah, getting into the flow state. It's like the ice melts and then the water starts to flow. And you see, she's keeping her balance. She's not falling in the water. You are somehow mastering your emotions around the kind of power that you carry or uh, embody. Number 3. Yeah, see? Yeah, yeah. 30 breaks down to a 3 And so this is very much this bravery, this oceans, being in the flow state that you are you're overcoming some kind of fear. You're pushing through it. Typically, it takes to be brave. it takes it happens because there's fear there, and you overcome the fear, and that's what you're doing. Focus on the brilliance. Focused attention, prioritizing, and persevering. Yeah. Focused attention. Focusing your attention on staying balanced. Prioritizing the adventure. Staying in the flow and prioritizing those naps. Very, very important. that sleep element. Persevering. Even when you get cold and tired. You give yourself that time to rest, you warm up again, and then you get going. So, what's some radical abundance cards? Um, yeah, I feel like you're kind of waking up. After a nap, feeling rejuvenated, and that's where the enthusiasm is coming in. You're like, maybe you had a dream, or a literal dream, or maybe there's because of feeling renewed. You're like just feeling like you can handle things again. You can take things on again. Credibility. That's interesting. Credibility. What you have to offer is it's like you've built up some kind of credibility about your offerings. I have the best birds in the state, in the county. um, my birds are strong and they're tasty, or they can fly far. Yeah, something about your credibility. It's connected to your power. Awareness. Oh, see? And there's awareness about it's your own understanding about your credibility. What you have to offer. You're the bamboo, right? Comparing yourself to trees, you're like, "Oh, I'm not as big and strong and whatever, mighty. I don't know if bamboo does the oxygen thing like trees do, but there's an awareness about what you do bring to the table. An awareness. There's two crows on her shoulder. It's this person's shoulders, and the fox is sleeping. An awareness that you don't have to. You can let that sly part of yourself sleep. Something about able to be honest and authentic rather than having to try um, to be cunning or sly or something. Courage and bravery. hmm Courage to leave the mothership, to go out. You know this. This one, the being has got the thing to help him breathe. Help it breathe. We'll say him. It's fine. Um, it's kind of like bringing your umbrella. You're like, well, I'm prepared enough. It's time for me. I'm still connected. I'm still connected to home. I still have my home base. But now it's time to go explore. trusting in the adventure, knowing that there are frontiers to be explored. Um, Maybe this credibility too has to do with somebody you are working with, someone you consider to be very credible, who is helping bring some awareness to you around the need to have courage, be brave, go in a new direction. We attract what who and what we are. As what we attract is a reflection of what's going on within ourselves. And so if you do have somebody who's helping you, they are shining a light on you, on this part of you that already knows. They are helping to guide something within you that is already there. And you are meant to step into that role. You are meant to, by kind of being brave and going after following an adventure is bringing you a lot of experience, is going to, or is already giving you some kind of experience, some kind of awareness that then you can share with others. So, okay, let's just look at the time here. I'm good. I'm gonna keep going. There's a lot. There's a lot that wants to come out. I'm gonna get some cards from the Science Tarot. I love this deck so much. So much. We've got the Knight of Beakers, Barbara McClintock, innovator, who did something with corn. Knight of Beakers. Here, make some more space on the table. Innovator. Doing something, this Knight of Beakers cups is it's okay, so the knights are always on a mission, right? It's going after something that you love, following the heart. Innovator, somehow following your heart is helping you to see things in a new way, to try to look at, it's like helping you to look at things in a new way so that you can um you're figuring something out ultimately, doing something that no one's ever done before, or seeing something new that you can bring to the world that is going to help others. We've got 4 of Bunsen burners, brown dwarf, which is wands. What is this? I mean, that's stability. That's home. That's, harmony within your connections. Maybe in one in particular. There's some love. There's love and passion and stability here. King of Bunsen burners, Galilei, visionary. Um, I feel like you may be, this is fire signs, by the way, Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. I feel like through you focusing on yourself, on following, going on this adventure, being brave, keeping that focused attention, So, she looks very focused, right? Because of following your heart, having the courage, you are coming together with this king of Bunsen burners. Because I see you as this queen. You are the queen of rainbows. And it's like visionary, we've got this nurturing, balanced, grounded energy pairing with a visionary, with an inspired leader. And this is happening because of you following your heart, healing. Somehow this could also be where, as you are going on an adventure, somebody is pursuing you. And this can be romantic, doesn't have to be, though. Could be in business, could be, some kind of you're collaborating in some way with someone, but somebody sees your potential here because you're just out there exploring. You're an explorer, or you're stepping into this kind of energy, and you're learning how to just go with the flow. And you are gaining credibility for yourself. Someone sees this. Someone is like, yeah, earth signs are very, what they are offering, I know has value. Someone's thinking. We have the little thought bubbles here. Putting the fox to sleep. No need to be cunning here with someone who is credible. Can just be safe. Okay. Wow. All right. I mean, somebody's on your side. Somebody's waving their little flag for you. As you take your power back, or as you stand more firmly in your power. Um so I want, what is this? Oh, you know what? I just forgot. I kind of like redid my setup here a little bit, and I found this deck. My friend gave it to me. These are only major arcana. In the deck has more than that, but what she gave me was only major arcana. So let me just pull some from here real quick. What's it called? Angel Tarot cards. So, see, here it is. We've got the Dreamer, which is the Fool. Archangel Metatron. A leap of faith, follow your dreams, unexpected opportunities. Yes. By taking that leap of faith and following your dreams, heading off on that adventure, trusting in the adventure, um, there's unexpected opportunities that are coming your way by somebody. I feel like, yeah, there's somebody here. You've caught someone's eye. They want to work with you in some way. And then we've got ego, Archangel Jophiel, a false sense of entrapment, being overly focused on material things, negative or fear-based thoughts. And I think this is a part of what you are overcoming. That's what comes from this orphaned energy. Being overly focused on material things, because when you've experienced a loss, there's that natural reaction within you to want to hang on very tightly to whatever you have. Like people who went through the depression often have a hoarding tendency because they didn't, especially with food. I've seen this so many times, even in my own family. And it's like, when you're used to not having enough, you want to hold on. And so there's something about you recognizing this part of yourself that is, that Klingon part. It's like, I'm afraid of losing everything. And so I need to hang on very tightly. And it's like being in the flow state. I talked about purging. You're letting go. You're like, I'm gonna take whatever I can carry. My little red umbrella is enough. She doesn't got anything. She doesn't even have shoes. You're just like, I'm going to think positive that the universe has my back. I have everything I need already. I don't need to try to hold on. And then we have the Chariot, Archangel Metatron. Oh, interesting too, because 15 is the devil in other decks. Yeah, that's that fear. That's what keeps us chained. That's what keeps us stuck from moving forward, in a way that is beneficial for us. But then we have the Chariot, Archangel Metatron again. An important achievement, self discipline, and willpower, public recognition. You are getting some kind of victory through self discipline, focused attention, prioritizing, perseverance. You are getting public recognition. People are seeing you as very credible. And there is certain victory here because you are learning how to wrangle those opposite disparate energies. You are taking the shadow and the light and you are harnessing them to move you forward, keeping them going in the same direction, particularly the shadow side, because that's the part that we often ignore. We repress. We were taught there's something wrong with that part. And that is the part that has that inherent wisdom. That is the part that it's our subconscious essentially. And our subconscious actually runs the show. And so by you becoming friends with that part, you wrangling those two energies and getting them going in the same direction, that's where you go to certain victory. You're in some kind of important achievement here because of mastering something, mastering yourself, mastering doing something. Because this innovator. So, all right, I'm gonna finish off with I'm gonna finish with a rune card. Hey, Redbeard popped in. Hello. Glad you made it. Thank you. Thank you. It's a good time of year to be wearing warm hats. And it matches my owl shirt. All right, we've got Fehu. This is all the good. This is looking good, feeling good, getting all buff, having all the things, all the luxuries, the cute little dog, if you're into that. um, let's read about Fehu. Oh, and it's the first one. I love it. Okay. This rune card signifies wealth, material possessions, and success in business, particularly public recognition. Success in business around public, and there's public recognition involved. Owning cattle was a sign of wealth in ancient times, and this inevitably focuses interpretation of the rune's meaning on matters concerning money, property, and new income sources, or perhaps the need for them. However, it can also indicate forms of wealth that money cannot buy, such as good health, love, and happiness. and serve as a reminder to be grateful for for the things in our lives that we may be taking for granted. I need to pick a gratitude card. I will do that shortly. The need for generosity, sharing your good fortune, or taking time out to help others is another facet of this rune. I feel like I was kind of speaking to this, but somebody helps you and then you turn around, you're able to take that their wisdom and knowledge, apply it to your life, and then you become the master. And then you pay it forward, you share with others. This is a part of your credibility. Mhm. 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 Okay. Additionally, Fehu may symbolize exciting new beginnings. See, there it is. Going on an adventure, going south to the great unknown. This new beginning could be a new business venture, and it does feel kind of businessy here. You may have some kind of you're applying your mastery to doing something that is going to be quite lucrative. This new beginning could be a new business venture, but it could also point to the need to define your life less by outward show and more by the things that are priceless. And that's so interesting because with the ego here, this is being overly focused on material things. And you're learning that it's not about the material things that it's like how do I say it? Those things don't define your success. Your success is how you feel and what you are able to give back to share with the world, with others around you. That is a true sign of success. And ultimately, following your I don't know, following your bliss, doing what you love, despite any fear that might come up, the fear is always going to be there. We inherently, we inherently want to be in our comfort zone. But if you continue to kind of stretch out of that comfort zone, you let yourself get used to the idea that, especially that fearful part, that it's not so bad if you go out of your comfort zone. It's okay to take risks. As long as you stay in the moment and enjoy yourself, have fun, lean into the adventure, trust in the adventure, it's all going to work out. It always works out. That's been one of my mottos for a long time. It's going to work out because it always works out. It doesn't always work out the way we expect, hope, or plan, but it always works out. And I do not use the A word always lightly. So anyway, you've got really really good things coming in here. So just stay on that path. Keep doing what you love. Keep following your passion, that inspiration, and there's somebody here who's going to come into your life, who's going to assist you in on this journey. So I'm gonna leave it there. Thank you so much for joining me. I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day wherever you are in the world, and I will see you on the next video. Mwah. And thanks so much for liking, subscribing, and sharing, and leave a comment if you feel like it.